Greetings, ladies and gentlemen! My name is Magnus, and I welcome you to the first part of Let's Play The Last Promise! Ah! Such a nice intro screen. The music is a little bit weird, but, you know, I could get used to it. So, after finishing my Let's Play of Fire Emblem A Sacred Dawn, which is by no means finished, by the way, but I can't really make any more parts until Mage Knight decides to release the next patch. But after doing that, I got a bunch of PMs from you guys telling me to try out this game, and I had a little bit of a look-see on the internet, watched some screenshots and stuff, and it looked pretty good. And I actually remember playing it myself many years ago, so this hack is very old. But when I played it, I think it was in production and it wasn't really finished, so I wasn't utterly impressed by it, but it looks like it has improved a lot over the years, so... I'm not sure if it's the oldest, but it's definitely one of the oldest Fire Emblem hacks on the internet. It does look to be that way because the first posts about it was made in 2010, so... Anyway, I was actually strictly told not to call this game Fire Emblem because it's not Fire Emblem. It's, you know, it's a Fire Emblem hack, but it's not part of the Fire Emblem universe or anything like that, as far as I can understand. I'm gonna try not to call it that. Ooh, my chair is very, very squeaky. The music is definitely very unique. It doesn't sound like Fire Emblem in any way. But, and that's actually something I remember from playing this many years ago, is that the music was very diverse and did not remind me of Fire Emblem. Anyway, so, I've gotten a little bit addicted to room hacks after trying out A Sacred Dawn, because I realized that there are actually many great hacks out there on the internet. When I first started checking out hacks many years ago, I tried many that weren't complete and a lot of bad ones. There are a lot of bad hacks on the internet, definitely. But people have had many years to practice their art, and it seems like they've produced a lot of good games, so I'm really looking forward to try them, and this definitely won't be the last hack I do. But let me just warn you guys, if I don't like a hack, I will tear it to pieces, and I will do it ruthlessly. So if you guys have any attachment to a game, then please try not to be offended when I stomp on it, because I will, if there's something I don't like. Anyway, this looks pretty cool. I say we jump into it. Alright. I like the menu. Looks really cool. I like the little circle there on the ground. And I guess we'll be starting. Sorry for the squeaky chair. I'll try to not squeak as much. I'm gonna have to oil this shit. Okay, so the prologue is named Genesis. Prologue! Genesis. But aside from playing that first chapter, I don't really know anything about this game, just saying. It's completely fresh to me. Anyway, we have a little bit of a backstory here. Narrator voice engaging. Over a millennium ago, humans and dragons lived together on a peaceful and luscious land called Blaine. Humans and dragons, you say? Where have I heard this before? However, the dragons feared the progression of humans in both technology and quantity. So began the war that would result in the death of dragons and humans alike. But ultimately, dragons overcame the humans, and mankind was forced to make a decision. 7 leaders of the wars, known as valiant warriors from all across Blaine, decided that, at the very least, the existence of humanity must be preserved, no matter the costs. All that is living, and all that is animate, is made up of energy known to man as ether. Knowing this, the hero Magnus, used his ability to control the flow of ether around him to save many lives. Nobility and their servants gathered together, and Magnus used the ether of the humans and dragons who have died to warp away to a new continent far away from the dragons, where the chosen humans who lived could start anew. And so, in order to save the lives of a few, the lives of many more were sacrificed. This new land, named Solemn by the hero Arbiter has arrived. I'm sorry, I had to do that. Was not nearly as bountiful as their homeland of Blaine. But the people endured and their paths separated. Arbiter, who was the leader of all humans, made a nation based on the principles of justice and freedom. His nation, named Blaine, in honor of the old land, would one day tame the beast known as the Wyvern, and fly them across the continent to see the new lands below from the sky high above. The gifted mage Magnus traveled in the opposite direction, forming a powerful military nation to the northwest. He would call this the enormous stretch of the land the New Magus, which was later renamed Magnus. Magnus! That's my in real life name, by the way. I am Magnus, so I like that. Anyway, just a little bit of a critique here. This narration would be much better with a map in the background, showing me the different continents. Instead of just talking about them, it would be nice to give me a visual feel on how the continents actually look like. You know, like they do in the beginning of Fire Emblem 6 and 7. To the north, Queen Shalia decided that she would live a life in peaceful area blanketed by white snow. This beautiful land would be named by Shalia herself to be the country in the snow, Alicia. Southeast, but above Blaine, Korra formed a large family of people who wanted to live simple lives of peace and tradition. He called the plains they settled on Athea. South of Magnus and west of Blaine, Duke Fawcetus strived to make a nation of equality as well. He built from the east to the west and treated the people he entrusted with his cities with love and care. This land, known as Valencia, was meant to be one where its people lived happily and in eternal prosperity. But for those who did not believe in the constraints of governments, they followed the old and wise Jason. He moved even further west onto an I never know how to pronounce that archipelago, where people were meant to live isolated and quiet lives. However, Jason soon passed away, and this mineral-rich land became one of conflict between those who wanted its bounty. The seventh hero, Julia, was the only one who remained back on the original Blaine. Sympathetic and unwilling to sacrifice her people, Julia stayed behind to care for those who were not chosen to move on to Solemn. Her and the other people's sacrifice became legendary, and Forkistus later erected a city to honor her name. Okay, so again, a lot of new countries, a lot of backstory crammed into one sentence there. It would be much better if I actually got a map to see. Okay, anyway. But this war, the Falling, would not be the last. Magnus would grow into an empire of unparalleled strength, due to the descendants of its creator, Magnus. Skilled with magic and prosperous like no other, the Empire of Magnus began a long and vicious war. It quickly overwhelmed Alicia to the north and instigated a series of internal conflicts between the tribes of Athea. Being the closest to the western archipelago, Magnus monopolized its resources and Valencia would be next to fall. Oh, we have a fight going on here. I'm guessing the green dudes are gonna die, like they always do. Magnian, really? That's a funny name, I like that. And that is Magnus, I assume. Please tell me he's blonde, because I'm blonde as well. Awesome! He kinda even looks like me. Well, a more handsome version of me, I guess. I don't have that long hair, but I like it. Pretty cool. You know, I don't really want to give this guy anything else than my normal voice, really. Duke Paul of ages, long has it been? Don't look so sour, Duke. After all, I've spared the citizens of Vegas. You should be thanking me for my graciousness. Graciousness? There is nothing gracious about what you've done. A sore loser, aren't you? It would be too. I would be too if my castle were conquered as quickly as yours. The other territories of Valencia have already surrendered to me. And the people who might have actually helped you didn't live long enough to get that chance, did they? Nothing will go your way, will it, Duke Paul? That's true, isn't it? You warped your armies here. I did not. This kid next to me did. He is the most talented mage on all of Solemn. He is my trump card and my most prized possession. Him? But that's absurd. Believe what you will. You will have time to think about it in a dungeon. Just stay there and wait. Wait for me to restore peace back to Solemn. Restore peace? You started this war. I could even spout the word peace after all the people you've killed. King Luis, answer me. Oh, his name is Luis. I thought his name was Magnus, or is that the mage next to him? I'm a little bit confused now. Okay. Even if I told you, it wouldn't make a difference. You're too concerned with the well-being of your people to understand my actions. Now I must bid you farewell, Duke. May you see the light someday. Oh, okay. So those guys got home. That's fine. Oh, hello, generic bandits, soldiers, whatever you are. That's bad, actually. So since when did Bata become a general or a knight? Sir Byron, this is the place. This village is hidden, but there is nowhere to run.
That is good. After chasing him around for so long, I couldn't stand him just slipping by us. The troubles we go through to ensure Magnus' lasting dominance. Alright, men, you have the order. Subdue the Valencian scum. We must not let this drag on. For glory, honor, and the Empire!
Okay.
Father, bad news! Some Magnian soldiers are here!
Yes, I'm sorry, but that was the first voice that came to mind, and that's the name that guy is going... No, that's the voice this guy is going to have, so I'm sorry. What could they want? Shon, could you see how many there are?
There are only a few, and they don't look very strong.
I can't imagine they would send anything but a scouting force. Well, it looks like we are going to have to leave.
What? Right now?
These soldiers can only be after me, Shon. If I stay here, I'll be endangering the villagers.
Okay, I'm coming too.
Fair enough, Shon. You've trained enough to begin fighting their grunts. But stay back and leave the leader to me. Use your head and lose your head. Use your head or lose your head. Don't do anything reckless. If you don't want me to repeat these same sayings over and over again, then show me. I don't need you, okay?
Understood, Father.
Alright then. Why don't we greet our guests? I apologize to anyone who's like this guy or anything, because I think I just gave him the worst voice ever. It's time for battle, Shon. I said Shon, but I meant son. Things can get rough, so take it seriously and watch your back. If you feel threatened, move behind me.
I'm not a kid anymore, Father. I can handle myself.
Well, this is your first real fight. Even if you're not a kid, you're not an adult. I'll protect you, so just stay close.
Father, alright.
And now, I'll battle against these dastard Magnicians. I love that name. Or Magnins. I guess they're not Magnicians, they're Magians. Okay.
These notice doesn't come out to play, huh? Boys, I hear the guy we're facing can't even fight normally. Something about an accident where he suffered some injury. Whatever the case, he's no match for us. Move out and finish this quickly, boys! And kill any accomplices, no questions asked.
Okay, so... And again, the music here is very unorthodox. Doesn't remind me of Fire Emblem at all, but I kind of like it. And I love the sprites. The close-ups look so much better. Okay, so I didn't really get to comment a lot on the story. Wow, this music is beautiful. I like it. But the story is a blatant spin-off on the real story, humans fight versus dragons. Except in this universe, the dragons won, and the humans fled, it appears. You know, 7 heroes, 7 continents, warring continents, one has wyvern riders, they're the bad guys. It's pretty similar to the normal Fire Emblem story, really. So, but I guess if that's what you want to do, then I'm not gonna rip on that. It's just that if I made my own Fire Emblem game, and I didn't want it to be associated with Fire Emblem, I'd at least try to make it a little bit more original, but hey. Okay. Anyway, here is Shon. And he looks to be like a start out weak, become strong lord, I guess. And here we have the Siegfried, the knight errant. He seems like the pre-promoted Marcus dude that we should not train. Okay, I guess he's kind of good. I don't know. He seems like they're kind of similar, actually, in starting stats. He doesn't really seem that much better. He has a little bit more hit points and a little bit more stats, but he is by no means a Marcus. Alright, let's see how this goes, shall we? Piercing sword. Ah, it's a good against armor knight. Well, we don't want to waste that, do we? Nope, we definitely not. I'm gonna train up Shon, because I like training up the young guys. If this is based on any Fire Emblem music, then I don't know about it, because it's new to me at least. Okay. Well, Shon, you can take down these guys. Doesn't seem like they have a lot on you, unless they're really lucky and hit you a lot. I have heard this music somewhere before, but God knows when. Anyway, I'm gonna keep feeding some kills to Shon. I feel like you should start training him quickly. Oh crap. Weapon triangle advantage! But I'm doubling the guy, so it's a generic spear, really? He has a weapon called a generic spare. Okay, cool. So what does a generic spare do? Is it good against generic characters? Let's take a look. 4 foot soldiers only. So it looks like an Iron Lance, but yeah, funny name. I kind of want to take down this guy because he kind of has a weapon triangle advantage against me. And yes, I am not using Siegfried because I want to train Shon. I just feel like that's the proper thing to do. He can stay in the background and watch over his son. Yeah, see, Shon has no issues against these guys. I'm even going to use him against the boss, just to piss off his father. What can you say? Say, I'm a rebel. I like the art style, and we get our first ding ding ding. Let's see how this Shon levels up, shall we? Hit points, luck, and defense. Okay. I like luck, so I'm not going to complain. Okay, we'll give his father a try. Actually, no, he's going to kill that guy. I don't want to kill that guy. But I guess we'll maybe allow him to soften up the boss or something, you know, why not? So I don't know what a knight errant is. I never heard about it before, but I'm guessing it's something to do with a knight that used to be a knight or something. I don't know. I must admit, the backstory was a little bit confusing to me because it was just a lot of text, but with different nations doing different things. And I understand that one nation is invading another nation, which is like the traditional Fire Emblem storyline. One big strong nation invades other in the name of peace. Or something silly like that. But again, I'm really, this music is growing on me. At the beginning I did not really like it, but you know, it has its charm. It's cool. Those mountains do not look good, by the way, I'm just saying. I'm gonna show you after this fight. If you take a look at the mountains, they don't really blend in with the rest of the terrain. It's a minor issue, really, but that really does not look good. Kind of looks like they were pasted out of another template and just added onto this, you know, ground. And I don't know. I don't think this looks good at all. But hey. Well, this music is singable at least, if nothing else. Oh, sorry, I dropped something, but I picked it up again. I noticed that the music doesn't change when you end the turn. It's the same music for the... Ooh, hello. He has an elixir. That's kind of neat, actually. Okay, let's see how this... let's see how he does against this guy. Ooh. Huh. This guy's gonna kick the boss's ass.
Amongst my comrades, they call me Byron. Amongst my enemies, I'm called Byron the Lion.
Okay, well... Thank you for telling us your nickname, so we know what to put on your tombstone. Another ding for Mr. Shon. Hit points, luck, strength, skill, defense, and resistance. Now, that's a good level up. I'm guessing this guy has pretty good growths, considering he's like the young guy. Again, I like this music a lot. Anyway, that's you know, Shon killing all the dudes on his own.
Knights, you will regret this.
Oh, poor Bada. He always dies in the first chapter. Poor guy. Well, that's your basic intro, I guess. Fight generic enemies for experience. That should be the last of them, Shon. I need to get a move on immediately if I want to stay safe. I hope you understand, Shon. I'm leaving this village. You're going to need to stay hidden for the time being. You aren't joining me now.
No way, Father! You can't go alone!
Shon, I'm doing this to protect you. You may be strong, but I won't take any risks if I don't have to. I have business to take care of and things to do. Magnus has made its move, and it's time I make mine.
But, Father, don't you trust me? I'm stronger now. I took on all those soldiers on my own.
Well, truth, actually, he did that.
And I
will not allow you to come. You know how to defend yourself in case trouble comes. Granted, I'd rather you don't get into any fights with anyone. So stay in the village as much as possible. I'm pretty sure that Corbin kid is willing to have your company for some time.
You should train with him. He's a good sparring partner. Father, please! Take me with you!
I've already gotten my things. Farewell, Shon.
Ah!
Oh, what a douchebag of a father you have. Yay, an entire Fire Emblem hack where we stay in a village.
Corbin!
Well, he's probably gonna follow him or something, I guess. Oh, crap! I shouldn't do this. Stop! Stop! Prologue Part 2, Shon's Test. Okay, I guess we'll get a little sneak peek before I end this part. Alright! Corbin! That's going to be the trailer. Or the cliffhanger. So, not really much to say. It was a generic first chapter. As I said many times before, I do enjoy the music. It's original. Dialogue is simple, but fine. It's kind of nice not to have 15 minutes of dialogue before a chapter. That was not directed at anyone in particular. But I guess I'm just gonna have to play more of this game before I critique it any further. But there's nothing wrong with the first map, aside from those mountains. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll be back next time. My name has been Ranks, and I'll see you next time. I said next time twice. Goodbye.